It's the Mixt Nutz Comedy Podcast.
Go on.
On this show, we've got Patrick Monahan.
Oh, hello. I could
Quincy,
be.
the Cockney Prince.
Hi.
And Dale Blake, a superstar, musician and singer.
Hey.
What do we start off with today, guys? We are going to go with conspiracy theories. What's been in the social media with conspiracy theories, Pat?
I mean, what isn't on social media that's a conspiracy theory? My timeline is now literally just full of conspiracy theories or Kendrick Lamar dances. So I don't know which one is literally. Or it's literally exactly. It's literally. It goes. Oh, who's this nutter now that someone talking about? Do you know your money is used? And I thought, oh god. And then it goes to Kendrick Lamar. Someone else doing the dance to that Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, because he's got the triangle there.
Yeah.
It's in the box.
It's
it's
so
up.
Great.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And then it's now conspiracy theories about what he was wearing and all this. It just goes bonkers.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
Absolutely.
I love it. Can you do the walk?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you trying to avoid? Are you avoiding?
Really? Come on.
Come on.
I have no idea what you're talking about. There you go. There you go.
It's good. I love it though, but I think that's what social media should be for. Is for doing the dances, forget about the conspiracy theories.
No, you've got to have the conspiracy theories.
Do you like
You've got to have the conspiracy theories.
Give me a conspiracy theory that you like. What do you reckon? Give me one if someone went...
One conspiracy theory that I like. I mean,
or one that you think could be,
Oh, come on, you've got to believe in conspiracy theories. If you don't believe in at least one conspiracy theory, like you think everything you've been told,
then
everything you've been told is 100%.
Coronavirus, did you take a vaccine?
Yeah!
There we go.
No comment.
Quincy's the same. Quincy, vaccines?
Vaccines, I didn't take no vaccine. I don't even bath.
I lie. Quincy, he's immune to everything.
I could tell you one conspiracy theory when the lockdown started. So they were saying that at first, because black people wasn't getting it, and they were saying the reason we don't get it because we bath in Dettol.
No, but we do put Dettol in the bath.
In the bath. That's what we should do. African Caribbean people put Dettol in the bath to be extra clean.
Can I just tell you?
Is that a thing?
It's a thing,
I think
but it's good for you. It's good for you. Put like a capful of Dettol in the bath.
Do you know why? Do you know why I'm half and half not believing it? Because my missus told me this the other day. You know when she's putting flowers, we're getting some flowers. She's put them in. She puts a bit of Dettol in with the water, and it says it makes them grow better like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's generally what she does. And I was like, what? And she went, no, it's true. You put a bit of Dettol in. I was like, what?
I don't have green fingers.
Yeah. What she's doing? She's probably said that to you, and she's like,
get them off.
To our American listeners, do they know what Dettol is in America? Is that a thing?
Yeah, what was the thing that Trump tried to make?
It's like
he tried to make them drink bleach.
Like Domestos.
Yeah, Domestos, isn't it?
It's a great beverage.
So that's your conspiracy theory.
That's his conspiracy theory.
That's my one.
All right.
No, I like the one about folding the dollar bill and the planes flying into
9/11.
Yeah. I love that one.
So what was it? It was saying that basically it gives you the date.
If you fold it right, you see the planes flying into. I'm like,
oh come on.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I know, but then you just like you see him do it, and you're like, okay, that is very creative.
But that's the same as looking at clouds in the sky and they look like dogs, and it means like, oh, you're going to be attacked by a dog. It's like it's more about what you visually see.
Yeah, I suppose, but no.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, you can't argue with that. My favourite one, when you speak to people, they always say, and I've seen it on the timeline, it's ridiculous, but one of the biggest ones, the only thing I would ever believe if people go, conspiracy theory, is the pyramids in Egypt. Because I'm guessing both of you've been out there. I had to do some... To Egypt. Never. You've never been to Egypt?
Why did you think we've both been to Egypt?
I thought because entertainment and
It's a hair team.
I got
No, because of
music, we're grounded, definitely.
I've been to Egypt many a time, but I was thinking... North African.
This guy's been a proper.
I know. These two are absolutely lying. I saw them in Egypt last week. I saw Quincy at the airport. Give me duty free.
Are you about to go on about aliens?
Yeah, because
this
come on.
Listen,
you gotta love aliens.
I've had people say, I've had grown adults saying this to me. They go, aliens built the pyramids, and I think, are you absolutely bonkers? You're off your tits.
No, it's a solar powered electricity machine.
What?
It is. It's solar.
I can see you've never been to Egypt. They wouldn't let you on the plane.
When you talk about aliens, I've heard obviously the heads of state and hierarchy, snakes, reptilian.
I've
heard that. I didn't believe it at first, and I saw.
Yeah.
I saw the last president of America.
Yeah. I do believe that, when people go, there's other life forms out there. Of course there might be. I mean, look at how small we are in the galaxy. There might be something out there. But the pyramids, look, the thing is, I've done shows out there. Sharm el Sheikh. You've never done shows out in Egypt, in Sharm el Sheikh. I've been there to do shows. And in the last, 8-9 years, and the only time I think the conspiracy theory might be true, because I've seen apartments and hotels that haven't been built or finished over 8 years. I saw one apartment that was 2 layers, still hadn't built it in 8 years, and then I thought to myself, maybe then the aliens did build the pyramids because the Egyptians maybe the construction workers here are so bad that maybe we need to get some aliens, because what is going on here? That is the only time that I've ever questioned my sanity.
No, but alright, so you know how the Great Pyramid at Giza, lines up with Stonehenge. Right, yeah. And that also lines up with the
preach.
Anything lines up on ley lines, and they're all on ley lines. You know what's also on that ley line?
Yeah.
The pyramid stage at Glastonbury.
What? Is that true?
Absolutely.
Anyway,
see, absolutely. I'm telling you.
I'm still trying to work out if you put Dettol in your book.
And do you know what else is in line with?
Yeah. Pablo Escobar's coke fields in Colombia goes straight across.
Straight through.
Yeah, but do you know what? Listen, I do half believe you, but the thing is, you could draw, the earth is like that, you could draw a line from anywhere. You could go
from anywhere
Stonehenge
to
exactly.
like bloody Arthur's Seat in Edinburgh would be a straight line.
But then, right, and then this is the thing, I'm like, okay, these are the ones that absolutely, I'm like, come on, like, why is it that you're at Stonehenge, right?
Yeah.
And midsummer's solstice, right there.
Yeah.
Same thing at the pyramid in it's right there.
But
and you're like,
that summer solstice, are you saying that it only happens in that part of?
No, it's not that it only happens. It's just the way that the stones are set at a certain time. The light hits and it goes straight through.
But that was done by humans. That's where you've done it, where it doesn't take that long to manage to go, right, if I check this every day and you can
every year. Yeah. Every year. And then I think, I'm gonna lift this massive stone, right? And I'll just put it up there, just like that, and it's gonna be perfect.
Listen,
and I'm not gonna have any tools to do it.
Del, listen, let me tell you how much you can achieve if you deleted TikTok and Instagram off your phone.
Hey, listen. I'm aware of my infinite potential.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm leaping to the defense of Egyptian builders is because I would say there's quite a good few arguments online about it, that they always say whenever there's aliens, it's always to do with non-white cultures. No one's ever said aliens invented Stonehenge. They've always
no, absolutely, they did Stonehenge. They did. Same aliens, just different day.
They never. I don't know. They know
same aliens, different day.
St. Paul's Cathedral.
That was a reptilian.
Yeah, reptilian. Have you not seen the footage of, they're doing loads of these, so you remember like back in the day it was all black and white camera in like the 1900s. Now they've managed to use AI and colour coding to update the camera. So it's the same footage, but they've actually used it, they've upgraded it so you can actually see the colour indent and everything. And they've put footage of is it the Chrysler building? What's the building in America? The
one where they're sitting on the edge of it.
Oh my god, it's terrifying. You watch it and there's like literally a scaffolding, pipe scaffold, and there's just fellas on there.
Oh yeah.
And they're just sat there
eating sandwiches.
And it's the most terrifying thing because there's no safety equipment. They were like wearing shoes that you wouldn't even wear. Like I wouldn't even wear these shoes to walk to the thing. You'd be slipping, and they just sat there.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. We talk about how everybody's like, so the millennials now and the Gen Z and they're like Gen X are so hard and like,
no, we're not, man. No, we're all what age are you?
I'm Gen X.
Yeah, we're all Gen X here, and it's like we haven't got a,
not a clue.
We're only hard compared to Gen Z and millennials. We're nothing compared
Which
to
in reality isn't that.
Yeah, it's not that hard, is it? Yeah, bless them. But it is, it's funny when you think. Well, when you see these guys, what they were, even the women, what they went through. I mean, the women, bless them, they'd have to go up and just the same. They wouldn't even have the core strength to go up ladders, or they're going up taking food or doing stuff, going up with a kettle.
Can you imagine with like what you need now to go and like do a trek to the Arctic or a trek to Antarctica?
Yeah.
You got people like, what's his name? Sir Edmund.
Oh, Redgrave.
Right,
and all that,
they walk there in like their jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Proper northern geese.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? To be fair, there are definitely some girls from Newcastle who could go to the North Pole in a short skirt and
a pair of stilettos.
Would not give a monkeys. Yeah, they wouldn't give. My missus, I was telling the guys before, we went to Iceland in January. She's from London, my missus from Leighton, East London. And so it's that typical thing, Southerners, where you can't, once you go further, I mean, you've been up north, you've gigged where you guys got, and I'm climatized to London, so when I go back up north I have to wear, I'm like shivering, I have to wear like jackets. And my missus, when we were going to Iceland, she took me into this, was it Mountain Gear shop, and what's the other place, there's like about 3 or 4, I didn't realise these things existed, and she went, we've got to go in there and get trousers, you've got to get waterproofs on, get layers, thermals, all this. And I looked at the app and I went to her, what for? And she goes, no, you've got to wear these for Iceland. And the weather in Iceland was milder than what it was if you went past Derby. If you went past the north of England was colder than what it was in Iceland for these 4 days that we were going. I was like, there's people up north who are not going, we've got to go out to Lidl. Let me just put in some water.
You've been slapped with fresh air.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're with Trump and there's no climate change. Is that what you're saying? Is that one?
That's a hard one. But the only problem I have with it is that I think the temperatures are changing whatever we do. The ice age, apparently we have a natural ice age every 2,000 years or something, or whatever it is.
Definitely not 2,000 years.
What is it? It's every like 20,000 or something ridiculous.
I wouldn't know about 20,000 years, but it's
definitely not 2,000. You're right. Yeah.
Because Jesus was there 2,000 years ago, and there were no woolly mammoths.
Exactly. You're right. Yeah.
He did not feed you 5 fish and a woolly mammoth.
Yeah. No, but he did have a freezer. How was he keeping it all? Maybe there was an ice age, Del. Look at it. Yeah. Everyone's going, how's he keeping all this fish fresh? He's coming back in. They're all going, where's he getting these fish sandwiches from?
Before we get cancelled by the Christian community,
I think you're right though. I think it is probably every 200,000 years or something ridiculous.
I have no idea.
There
the passage of time to me is ridiculous. I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like, how long have we been here? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, then there's that. I'm here for about 60, 70, 80, maybe.
Yeah.
After that, like,
good luck to us. We'll all be in Switzerland.
Well,
euthanasia. As soon as you hit 70, 80, we'll all be in that podcast. Right?
They've legalised it now here, haven't they?
Assisted dying.
Assisted dying.
Legal,
assisted dying. You may now take your life and
give you a loyalty card for women.
Yeah. Would you do it though? I mean, or in fact, would you let any of your relatives do it?
I would
let all my relatives do it if they wanted to.
You would, yeah?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
No, I wouldn't.
You'd have to talk them out of it, wouldn't you? You'd be like...
You try your best. You try, but then, if you're in pain, you're in a lot of pain.
Oh, yeah, if it's...
You're in a lot of pain.
Exactly, yeah.
And do you really want it? But I'm not involved. I'm like, look, you want to make that decision. I'm not involved.
I have my 3 children. I think I know one of my children will be.
I did encourage you.
He's not even 52 yet. And then you go, right, Dad, we've got your present for next year. You're like, what?
Father's Day gift.
They're all like measuring up. Right, what do you want? Do you want a fiberglass pod? What do you want glass? Do you want us to see?
Why are you measuring me up for?
Del, what sort of music would you like to have your send-off to? What would you? You're a music man.
I don't know. Russian polka. No, something like that. The dancing one where they're dancing. Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, no, or like
Stevie Wonder, no. Something proper like weird.
Why do you think British soul music is declined so much?
It hasn't.
Well, I don't know.
It hasn't. You did like British soul music right now is everybody's in the new jazz scene, and that's massive, absolutely massive. So they're doing loads. Like you got people like Blue Lab Beats, you got people like Ezra Collective, like they're selling out O2 and they're massive.
You know what? I was being like generous. Like I was talking from like loose ends, imagination. It was like coming at your ears and.
Yeah, but it's just the sound is slightly different, but it's still it's there. You got so loads of people.
Is
loads
that
of
similar
people
to Incognito stuff?
Not similar to Incognito. Incognito is more of that acid jazz. They're more hip hop, jazz, and sort of neo soul. That kind of vibe, and they're doing big things. The scene's massive.
But has it changed though in terms of how they become popular now? Or even get
absolutely. You do TikTok dances.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no such thing as TV anymore for music, so...
That's what we used to hear.
Do you remember like Soul Station, whatever, any of that music, that was how you could sell. Whereas now, who's listening to the radio like that?
No, I mean, everybody's listening to Spotify, and you get Spotify playlists, and then something suggested to you by Spotify and blah, blah, blah.
But how do you get suggested? That's the thing. How do
you get suggested?
Is the system rigged?
The system is absolutely rigged, and yes, the algorithm is what it is, and you put it out there. You can't, to be fair, there's like you can put music out, and then you have to grind on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and get people in that way. The good thing about it is it's not all doom and gloom. The good thing about it is you can have, say, 1,000, 2,000 proper people who are really into you, and so long as you have like a mailing list, you can sell to those people, and you can make a good living. There are people out there making good livings with very small amounts of people. I think it's going to be really hard to get like another Taylor Swift, that kind of mass Beyonce, that is really, really hard to achieve at the moment.
But, how did they do it, Taylor Swift and Beyonce? Were they manufactured or were they just very lucky?
It's a long time ago, I
Yeah,
guess.
they've come up in a time when it was still possible. It's just not. It's not impossible, but
it's harder.
It is a lot harder to become that big.
Yeah.
But also, like, not everybody is trying to become that big and be signed by a label and be. Do you know what I mean? And now the labels are looking at people and they're like, well, all right, have you already got an audience? If you've already got an audience, then we'll do something and push you a bit further.
But the ironic thing, you wouldn't need a label then. If you've already
at that point, it's a bit like, oh, do I really want that? Do I? Yeah, because there's that point between when you've got, say you've got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 really strong super fans who are into everything you do and you can sell to them. Do you know what I mean? You got 3,000 people. You sell each of those 3,000 people one record for 10 quid, you got 30 grand. If you sell 3,000 records or 3,000 downloads, you got 50 quid. You got 3 million streams. You got something like
not a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
What? Because the streams don't pay.
Because streaming's not paying anything.
So how would you stand in terms of using something like AI then? Would you use that? Or
for
do
you know what? Everything's a tool. Everything's a tool. If you use it in the right way, it's like at a certain point, people are like, you shouldn't use electric guitars.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Bob Dylan got murdered. They got murdered, right? Yeah. Now, then it's normal.
Yeah.
So everything's a tool. If you use it in the right way, do you know what I mean? AI is going to take over and Do you know what I mean?
Didn't Prince say that as well? Prince mentioned that computer music.
Yeah, but look, Prince was like, you need to use a computer. The computer needs to not use you. So that was his thing. Yeah. And then if you do it the right way, if you find a way to make it creative, Prince was the first person to sell his music online. He was the first person to do all of that.
Oh wow! And that was before social media.
That was long before. It's like early 90s on downloading on.
Oh God, you mean like
literally.
You have to go around to someone's house.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's crazy.
Was he Symbol? Was he Prince?
He was Symbol at that time. Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about AI writing stuff? If you went, right, okay, I'm going to write this song, or I'm writing a routine, you think, right, I'm doing this, but you'd normally write research stuff, or you think, but how would you feel about ChatGPT? I've never used it, but I've heard people go, oh yeah, just get it.
You can, it's weird because you can put something in and get something back out, which is, you're like, oh, that's an idea. But I don't think you can put something in and just go, right, now I'll just do, that's my joke. Yeah. I don't think you can, I don't think you can do that.
No, because that's what people reckon's going to happen.
I think you can put something in and get an idea back and get a spark back. But for you to make that creatively funny, for you to make that connect musically, for you to make it a piece of art, you have then got to take that spark. And that in that same way, that's like reading something in the newspaper, but you've said, right, I want to make an idea here.
Because that's like how we do comedy. When we read something, you go, oh, that's great. And then that's why loads of us got versions of that same thing. But apparently, ChatGPT or whatever can do that, where it'll just do the same thing, but go...
It can rewrite 10 versions of a line for you, and you go, all right, that actually is a funnier way. Like the same way you might do a joke and you go and do it in the club, get feedback from it and say, right, I need to rewrite that and then rewrite it out. It can rewrite out that line for you in there, and you might go, oh, that is actually a funny way of looking at that line. Yeah. But I do this, and this.
Do you know what? That's interesting. Is that because actually when we do stuff, same as with lyrics, I suppose in songs, our stuff is not it is factually correct to us, but it's not actually factually correct to the full stop. So like ChatGPT, you know, we'll do a joke, we'll go, hey, you know, like this happened to me or whatever, blah, blah, and the women do this or this would happen, you miss it. Whereas ChatGPT would go, actually, no, you'll find that 76% of people do this or this, and then it would go, oh, actually, and then you go, what are you doing now?
But it might actually get like ChatGPT coming up with like, do a joke in the style of George Carlin or whatever. So that has been tried. Bit rubbish at this.
Really? They've got a computer to do a set?
Kind of, yeah. Like to do jokes in the style of this comedian. So there is some issues, some scary things on the horizon. But maybe it's like, music and stand-up comedy. People want to see humans. So
But
I mean, at the same time, Drake released a song using AI.
Really?
Part of the whole dissing Kendrick Lamar thing.
When was it recently?
It was last year.
Yeah, last year. But like, he released the song and it had Snoop's voice on it. It had Tupac's voice on it. Yeah, he did a whole bunch of things, and you're like, he wrote the lyric, I think, and then had their voices.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so
and he got blasted for it.
Why was it bad?
No, the legends.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
Really.
So that brings on to a question then. So obviously Nelly Snoop performed for Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
Keir Starmer gives you a call.
That's not really the same thing, is it? Here's a funny thing, right?
All right. For segue, Kemi Badenoch.
Okay then.
You really want to talk about Kemi Badenoch?
Nope.
If Kemi Badenoch gave me a call, that's more like I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah, Kemi.
No, but Kemi gives me a call and says, are you going to come and play at my garden party? I'm going to have to turn her down.
No, I won't tell you to turn that. I'll tell you to go and sing Afro beats. Just inject some culture Because you know what? I don't like to call people sellouts, but she's in the sunken place.
Really? Yeah.
Have you seen the film Get Out?
Yeah.
Right. If I ever see her, I'm gonna walk around with a camera.
You think that Margaret Thatcher's just gone inside of her?
Yeah.
I don't think Margaret Thatcher was that bad. I really do. She's this girl. I was like, if I ever see her, I'll walk around with a camera and I'll just flick it just to see she comes out of the trance.
Do you know the thing is though? The thing is, you have to say she is conforming to the thing that when you, as a black person, you have to be the best. And she's been the best. She's been the best at being a conservative. Yeah. She's got to be more conservative than every other conservative. She can't be like your run-of-the-mill average conservative. Yeah. She's got to be super conservative. Yeah. She's a black woman leading the Conservative Party. She's got to be.
That's a cool thing.
She's so bad. She put ketchup on jollof. That's how gone she's gone.
Oh, that is crazy.
But she's got to do it. She's got to do it. She's got to do it. If she does not excel at being a conservative, she will not. Can you imagine if she becomes the Prime Minister? Can you imagine if she becomes
That'd be a pretty amazing thing. Black female, that's pretty amazing.
Female conservative.
That's a big deal.
Prime Minister.
It is worrying though.
That's
but when you think about it, the Labour Party was meant to represent everyone, and everything from the left, everything ethnicity or working class, minority, whatever, and has never had a female leader, never had an ethnic leader from any background like that. And the Conservatives have had ethnics, male, female, everything. It's like, oh my God, what are they doing?
I reckon Kemi Beddock's she is AI.
Yeah.
African eye.
Did you guys see the podcast controversy with trigonometry guy Constantine? I forget his surname, but talking about Rishi Sunak can't be English. Did you see that one in social media?
Rishi Sunak can't be English.
Yeah.
On the basis of what?
Basis of basically they were just going with. I think they were talking about.
Born in England, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, as in like he was born, raised the PM, but still not considered English.
You see when those statements come out, I just don't. People just say like.
I think that's clickbait.
I want to. It's clickbait. Yeah. Just say I want my prime minister to be white. Just say it. Yeah. Don't give me the arguments why they can't be English, British, or whatever. Just say I want. Yeah. Like Sadiq Khan's getting it. Always been getting it, and he's like this. He comes on the radio and he says, well, there's a demographic who just won't see eye to eye about politics. And I'm like...
Listen, there's politics speak, there's corporate speak. You have to speak the right words for the right thing.
But at no point would he actually acknowledge they don't like you for the obvious reasons. Why don't you just say so?
But
because then it'd be playing the race card.
Yeah, then people would say, oh, DEI, all that stuff as well. So there's a fine balance, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and do you know what? And the only thing to do is do exactly what they're doing. Sadiq Khan, David Lammy. Do you remember when that woman rang in? Some old She rang in and goes, what? You're not from England, and he speaks better English than she did. He's from England. He's been educated in some Cambridge or Oxford. I mean, I'm thinking this is all you can do is just keep doing what you got to do. You just got to keep. That's the only way you're going to win.
I think maybe they could have put it better by saying, he's not Anglo-Saxon or he's not Celtic or something. That could have been a better angle, but
most people weren't Anglo-Saxon after 1066. I mean,
the Anglo-Saxons were wiped out by the Normans.
Yeah,
so they're all Vikings.
I guess it's more to do with
French.
If you went to do the 23andMe DNA test, that's what they're talking about. Maybe
if you do the 23andMe DNA test on any English person, they will be from all over the place.
I'm going to test David Lemmy, Kemi Badenoch, Suella Brave. I want to see how British or English they are. Yeah. I want to just say to them, right, if you can eat an egg crust sandwich and keep a straight face, then I will say.
It doesn't get more English than that. What?
They said not enough young people are proud to be British. How do you feel about that? Where's the statement with that going for you guys?
Not enough young people are proud to be British. Do you know? I always grew up like I'm proud to be Black British. I've got this experience, and I think young people now like they're feeling that thing of nobody wants us. Nobody cares for us. So why should we?
And that comes from a place of the dignitaries or the politicians. They have created a world where people have got self-hate.
Yeah.
So like I said, but people care about things.
Yeah.
They do care about things, and I suppose if you've listened to online with Black Brits and Black Americans going at each other, I've never seen so much Black Brits defend the country. You know what I mean?
Oh, did you see the one about beans the other day?
Beans and toast.
Yeah. Oh my
What was the
God.
So
argument?
basically, the
They
Americans,
don't get baked beans, though.
no, Black Americans say that all Black Brits eat is beans and toast. And I'm like, where'd you get that from? Because we clearly put onions and bits of peppers in it.
Yeah, exactly. A bit of cheese. You grate a bit of cheese on it, make it a toasty.
And that is exactly what she said.
Oh, did she
That's
say
exactly
that? Yeah,
what she
good.
said.
Well
Yeah.
done,
She was like, listen, you lot don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
I think that with me, I've said to say the word proud is, I couldn't say 100%, but I am grateful for what Britain has provided for my family.
Okay.
And for me, I would say I am grateful. Being proud is your country representing people from all diaspora and sticking up for your, recognising that you are from that place, you have contributed to that place, acknowledging that. And I think that the hierarchies of British society do not acknowledge people from it's very classist. I think the classist thing stops.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, and I think that's the problem. That's why I think a lot of it, the term Britain is such an old term. But the only thing is, and it's funny this about the young kids. The problem that I have with it is that it's so funny because young people now, I think are great, but the problem is they take on too much. They want to get upset by everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I've even talked about this before where, look, ironically, I can't say that I'm British because I wasn't, but I've got an Iranian birth certificate. I was born in Iran. I don't even have a British passport. We couldn't get one. When we came to England in the 80s, they wouldn't give us one because we didn't have any British ancestry, even though my dad's Irish, mum's Iranian. So we got an Irish passport. They said, at the time they said, look, you'll just have to get an Irish passport. You've got your Iranian one, get an Irish one, and then eventually stay here for so many years, then then you can apply for a British one. And we were like, oh God, we're gonna have to have an Irish one. And then when we got the Irish one, we realised over the years, actually, this is brilliant. Everyone loves Irish ones, but British people get more stick when they travel abroad. So the whole point was, even though I'm...
So you're not British?
No, we're not British. How can I... And it's so funny, they wouldn't...
Hello, Kevin.
Exactly.
We've got one here for you.
But this is... Do you know what? This is the ironic thing about it. This is the ironic thing about it. Every time I've done stuff, whatever, in the UK, they've done like this, where... they've gone to me like a producer or whatever on the show and they've gone, what we want you to do, right? We want you to go into, at the time it was Combat 18, but now it's the EDL or whatever. We want you to go undercover in the EDL and then we want you to then tell them, you become mates with them, you get on all this, and then we want you to explain to them that you're actually a foreigner, these are the people that they want out of this country, and then we want you to do this, but then show them how good it can be. And I went, are you mental? They will set fire to my house. They will destroy it. These people are not going to, because you're treating me like we can treat each other as equals, because they'll just think, oh, he's a British guy, brilliant. But once you tell them that, it's not the fact about me, it's the fact that they don't like, they've got a block in their head. It's like if you don't like onions, and I go, oh, by the way, you just about to eat the sandwich. Oh, there's onions in there, mate. No, but you like sandwiches.
So racism is like hating
I
onions.
had one of them calls to do a DJ at the BNP.
Oh God, did you get
No
that?
way.
Yeah, they're mental.
My agent.
Who organises these things?
Oh, you get loads of producers.
They call you up here. My agent called me because I got requests. Like, production companies and called me to talk to.
I want to film you.
Yeah, film because what you do because they were looking for a DJ at the time. And she said, what you do, you arrange it because obviously you sound. She wouldn't say you sound white, But I said Cockney, she didn't say it.
You were, all right, geez, let's go down here and come down.
They would tell on the phone.
Yeah, because they'll think, oh, he's a good lad. Yeah.
And then and then you arrange in. Obviously, once they book you, we film it and you go then, and then when they open the door, it'll be a surprise. I'm like, for who?
For your
exactly what they want.
You know the thing is,
for your health insurance.
You'll go there, you'll do that gig, right? You'll DJ. And now dance.
And they dance.
And now they dance. And he's alright. He's
And do you know the funny thing about
He's one of us.
where it was in South East. Like, I would probably known at least 2 or 3 of them. They'd probably been my manor. So it would have been either West Ham or Millwall.
No, yeah.
So I would, Pete, what are you doing here?
And they just, that is so funny. But it's hard though, if they say how much the money is, we're going to give you this much. All right, okay, then I'll come.
I've got to tell you a quick story, Lee. So, back in the day, NF was NF.
Yeah, National
So
Front,
where I lived in Canning Town, so like me and my mates used to go in this park and play football. And then for one day, there was just like, we saw all these skinheads, some strange just skinheads. I was aware of who they were, but it was British flags. Basically, it was a National Front rally, and they were meeting there. Yeah, but we was going to the park. We were naive, going to the park, and then I'll never forget. One of the guys came out. He saw us. He came out. It was Springer. His name was Springer. He's not alive no more. Right.
After that.
He DJ'd the BNP gig.
Black guy killed him. Mugged him first. Yeah. Right, so anyway, like he lived in the same flats as me, and this guy always talked to my dad. Like, we saw my dad. Used to see me, like, my brothers, and he's boy, safe as asses. And he came out and he went to me, oi, you. He was like, go home. I was like, what? He said, don't need to be here today, go home. So we thought he was there, like, we said, all right. We went home. He was one of the guys in the area to protect us, innit?
Yeah.
And then I
was he like an old white guy or something?
Yeah, it was like a West Ham guy. One of the top boys. And then after that, because that's why I was naive, I watched him go back into the park and go, so do that shit. I was like, right.
No, bloody hell.
But he came out and told us to go home. About 6 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that week, that Monday, saw us again. Oh, how's it going?
Yeah.
That is mental. What is it called? Cognitive disconnect or
dissonance?
Yeah, cognitive dissonance. Like,
what does that mean? Like, as in?
And when I mean have a proper conversation with my family, like you would never believe that he was. But I recognise as we've got older, that is a part of his.
Yeah. It's his upbringing. You can't.
Yeah, so I'm not going to turn around and think, well, that's who you are.
Yeah, right.
But you're not strong enough emotionally to say this is wrong.
No, exactly.
I think that's a lot of what's happening right now especially with the Trump and the all the far right stuff in Europe is there is this side of things where we're probably people like yourself, myself, we're the good ones that they like, but they don't like the other types that have come off the dinghies and how they. So there's a lot of conflict because we don't know. Can they tell the difference between me and someone who's jumped off a dinghy in the Channel? Is that what they really mean? There's a lot of interesting things, especially even with like the Trump's delegation. There's some really there's a guy called Kash Patel.
He's what, like the
FBI guy.
Of, like,
is he the FBI?
He's the new FBI chief, yeah. Well, I think he's just about to get in there. And like, you'd think people don't like the look of people who look like them, but then they're all. So it's a really interesting.
JD Vance's wife is
Indian.
Is Indian.
Of Indian descent, yeah.
He's potentially would be the next president, because if they get back in. She's Indian, and his kids are mixed. So they obviously, because he's the dad and she's the.
Because he did a speech, didn't he? He did a speech in Europe saying, "Oh, you guys have got too many immigrants." I'm going, "What about you?"
Listen, you benefited from that immigration, mate. You benefit every night.
Hang on a minute. So Trump's missus is an immigrant. JD Vance.
Well, there are different types of immigrant, right?
And Zuckerberg's.
exactly.
Zuckerberg's missus is as well. Is she Filipino? Zuckerberg's.
I think she's born in America, but I think her ancestry is Chinese.
Chinese, I think, yeah.
Oh, it's just a joke, isn't it? Where they'll and Elon Musk. I mean, he's not even American himself. It's like,
he's South African.
He's South African.
Yeah, he was an illegal immigrant working illegally.
In
America.
And then he's on Twitter telling people in the UK, get your country back. And you're like, you're not even in your country, mate. What are you telling us?
I reckon, to go back, Elon Musk, I reckon because he's been showing with his kids a lot, isn't it? I love that child. I reckon that child's a shield.
Well, less chance of being
That's the
assassinated.
level.
Being sniped by a...
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's my conspiracy.
Was that true that his kid said to Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Was that a gimmick?
No,
where he said, "You're not the president. Who are you?"
No, it's true. Yeah, that's true. That wasn't AI. It looked like an AI.
I know. That's why I thought this is like.
But
It could be AI, but
It's been,
you know what I mean. I don't know if
That is
clear,
worrying,
yeah.
isn't it?
we've all got a family member who's just a child says something
And
wrong.
kids don't lie.
And kids don't lie.
No, so Trump is going. And look, let's be honest. Trump's what, 76, 77 by the end of this year. Who's gonna? You can't run a country at the age of like 70.
I mean,
he's pushing
once you're 80,
80s.
once you're 80, obviously, you should give it up.
And Biden was the same age.
Biden was like 80, 81, yeah. So
To be
that's
fair,
the worrying
he's
thing.
in good shape, is Trump. I mean, like, if you guys
What
get to
kind of
that
shape?
age...
He's horrible.
What kind of
He's
shape?
orange. He doesn't.
He's all right.
He looks
You
like
get a
he's got-
Big Mac every day, and he
looks
looks
like
like that. That's okay.
He's been eating the Stormzy meals.
Exactly. Yeah, Stormzy. Hey, what do you think to that then? That Stormzy's doing the McDonald's? Because
Stormzy's doing McDonald's.
yeah, he's got a collaboration with McDonald's.
Collaboration.
He's just been on the front cover of Men's Health.
Yeah.
How's this working?
But you know what I mean? I think
For 4 million collaboration, I'll go on with a KKK band.
yeah, exactly.
Or a B&P disco.
Quincy with an apron with a big white KKK. Come on, guys, that's the cake.
Welcome to the show!
Serious, Marshall.
Wow. Quincy, what about your principles? And Quincy's just counting money. I can't speak at the moment. Principles.
Speaking of
making
gigs,
it rain.
Speaking of gigs, right, let's wrap up this show. So there's an asteroid coming to Earth in a couple of years' time.
Again?
And again, if it comes, what would be your last gig to see before it takes out your part of South London?
All the people didn't believe me when I said about the asteroid's coming.
Told you.
Did I tell you?
Yeah.
Did I tell you?
Oh, it's talking more about concerts and such, but yeah, right. What's
What concert would I see?
who's a comedian that you'd like to see before you?
I'd be
the
performing
lights go out?
myself. Hell, the other I'd be literally on stage. I'd be like, and you know when they go, give me a flash when I've got like 10 minutes left. I'd be like, don't worry flashing, mate. I'll see the asteroid. I'll see when the fire, when the whole building's on fire, mate. I'll be like,
Del,
Well, now I know that. It's 2032, yeah?
yeah.
My gig weekend, when they say, when do you want the light? I'm like, 2032.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this, 7 years set.
Yeah, exactly. Just, Quincy's not coming off.
Del, who would you like to see before your lights go out?
Before my lights go out, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I think I've seen everybody I want to see.
Who do you like? Who have you seen?
Pretty much. I'm
Taylor Swift gig.
Taylor Swift. Beyonce, Cena. Yeah, I've seen. I think
How old are you?
younger than you.
Right. That's what I was saying. For the music.
Gen X, so you're Gen X, so you have to be
You're
48.
48.
48, right. So you've seen James
James?
Brown before he popped? You came over here. He must be younger.
No.
How long have you been?
Have you seen Prince?
I didn't.
Have you
I've
seen
seen Prince many
Oh,
times.
I
Seen
saw
Prince
Prince, he's
many
brilliant.
times.
Tina Turner?
No.
Who's on the scene that's
But like,
Tina?
what are new acts?
Yeah.
New acts.
New acts that you recommend before that meteorite hits?
New acts I'd recommend before the meteorite hits. Let's see. I will go and see Ezra Collective. I'd go and see Crambin. I will go and see Blue Lab Beats. I will go and see me.
Yeah. Where can we see you?
Yeah, where can we see you?
20th of May, somewhere in central London.
Oh, good.
You've got some singles coming out, and hopefully we'll be doing some music videos together as well. So that's the end of the show, guys. This show was sponsored by TNK before the meteorite comes, and we will see you on the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.